Hello friends and welcome to the final Reddit review before the update. Let's see what people are doing. Let's see what is the buzz around the update. Are people excited? We just got the patch notes, so let's see. Let's see if there's any talk about it. Crying, screaming, throwing up about Percy. Oh my god, that is a very strong reaction. To be fair, he is adorable. I love the design of this dog. I would say probably the best looking dog in the entire game. No offense, Pluto. I mean, Lucky is pretty good looking too. As someone who has a pug in real life, that's all I've ever wanted for this game. Incredible. I think pugs are pretty popular dogs. So a lot of people are going to be able to live their pug's fantasy in Disney Dreamlight Valley, which is awesome. Really hoping they give us her hair. We need more long hair options, please. I agree. I think I know exactly the reason why we don't have a lot of long hair options. And it's because it's simply very difficult to animate properly. It's very difficult to make sure it doesn't clip into every single outfit or bag item that we have. Like, imagine this hair with wings, with backpacks. Like, how would that work? It's probably the main reason we don't have any long hair. It's just going to be a pain to make it look good with a backpack. Does it go under the backpack? I don't think there is a way to make... It's probably just going to clip through the backpack, which is not going to be fun. But is it better than not having an option? Because after all, you can just remove the backpack if you don't like the way it looks, and then it's just going to look fine. So I think they should add more long hair. I did it! I finally managed to get rid of the darn red dot. Okay, let's see how you did this, because a lot of people are having this issue. I finally had enough of the red dot of doom and despair, and decided to focus solely on getting rid of it until I succeeded. I spent hours yesterday dumping every furniture item I've unlocked onto a floating island, and then had to clear it once to do a second round to fit it all. Oh my god! That finally managed to clear all the red dots, like I had red dots for each furniture section on the main game, and all 3 DLCs except for Storybook Fail. I needed to get some bed last night, so I left it, but today I decided to dump all indoor-only furniture from SBV into a room in my house, thinking that must be the culprit, but after trying every piece of indoor-only furniture I have, still couldn't get rid of this dang dot. So then I decided to consult Reddit, and was directed to this incredible post by Kuchi Kopi, and was about to go through every quest item in the dock, but then I noticed their note on the main post about the Dreamlight Bell Beacon, often being the problem child. Dreamlight Bell Beacon, I don't even know what that is. Lo and behold, I went to the Library of Lore and saw the bell still inside, never having picked it up after completing the quest. Oh, okay, this is interesting. I didn't know that. So I picked it up in furniture mode and immediately the red dot vanished. Guys, this sounds like what you need to do. This is what causes the issue. It's the items that you crafted before but never picked them up. So the way the game works, you don't unlock the item in your collection when you craft it. You unlock it when you pick it up. So if you ever crafted like limited event items, any quest items that you just crafted, never placed, or never picked up after you placed, those are going to show up as red dots in your inventory, in your collection, which is super annoying. So definitely a good idea to, if it really bothers you, I feel like I accepted the dot. The dot is my best friend now. I just don't have the patience to go through all of this, because I just know I'm gonna spend hours on it and probably not even resolve it, and it's just gonna keep happening. So I just learned to live with this. But if it absolutely bothers you, definitely make sure to do this. I will also link the post that explains how to do this in the description to this video, so if you want to go through all the steps, you can do it. I saved up moonstones to get it. So worth the wait. It's a beautiful house. It is a beautiful house, and I like how it's actually like dark looking with some purple. It gives it a very distinct and unique look, and it's just great looking house. The shape is interesting. It's not just like a box. Yeah, it looks like a really good house. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Heads up for the new players that the free Sakura Blossom Dragon is still available. All you need to do is claim this code, Community Companion Dragon 2025. Thank you for the reminder. Yeah, if you just started playing and if you want to get this unique dragon, the benefits of getting this dragon are huge, not just because of how he looks, but also the fact that he's a dragon, which is a DLC exclusive companion. So if you don't have Storybook Vale, you can still get a dragon, which unlocks multiple poses. Well, not the same pose, but multiple tricks. For example, Dragon Pose can actually push your avatar to the side, which is incredible for some of the shots. So there's definitely no reason not to get him. Go to your game and claim this code if you haven't yet. If we're paying the same for DLCs as the base game, the DLCs should have occasional updates. Okay, this is interesting discussion. Let's see what's going on. I give Gameloft a lot of grace because we got a lot of free updates and content. I have personally spent a lot of money in the Moonstones and DLCs. I'm not feeling entitled for free stuff, but it's getting a little tired of paying for DLCs that are finished relatively quickly and not much reason to return when complete. Mostly because the DLC is the same cost as the base game. I'm not expecting updates as frequent as the base game, but we should be getting maybe quarterly updates or something to give us reasons to return to our expansions. What do you think? Okay, I'm gonna probably have a very unpopular opinion, but this is... I think it's a definition of DLC. It's usually meant to be supplemental to the main game, so it's like an expansion of a main game. I can be completely wrong, but I think that most DLCs out there, they do not get content updates after they release. They might get like bug fixes, which I will agree on that. We should be getting bug fix updates. There's so many issues with multiple DLCs that are still haven't been fixed. I'm looking at you, Storybook Vale, and stupid spawning mechanics in that DLC where everything spawns in the areas around trials and in the small corridors. It just drives me crazy. So yes, I would like to get update on this. But in terms of quarterly updates, I'm guessing you want to see updates like quests, potentially, like give us new content in those DLCs. I honestly don't think it's ever going to happen, at least not for free. And would I love for that to happen? Absolutely, but I can also see why Gameloft is not going to do it, because first of all, DLCs are not advertised as the something that's going to receive continuous updates. It's sold as is, as an expansion for the main game, so we know exactly what we're getting with it, and there is no promises made that anything else will ever be added to it for no additional cost. Unlike the main game, which comes with a promise of continuous free updates. We can look at DLC and compare it to, for example, a seasonal Moonstone pack or any bundle that sells for real money or Moonstones. You can pay $30 to get a certain set of items or a certain set of Moonstones in a premium shop, and that's basically all you're getting. With DLCs, you're getting so much. DLC is basically like a premium shop bundle on steroids. It comes with new location, new quests, new items. It's not sold as a separate mini game that is gonna have like its own continuous updates. It's just sold as a package, as set of quests, set of items, set of characters, and I think it's totally fair that it's not gonna get any updates in terms of content. However, I do like the point to give us a reason to go back to DLCs. Now, right now, I still feel there's reasons. There's reasons, for example, you want to decorate those areas so you can come back for that. They did make improvements in terms that we can now place a lot of main valley buildings in the DLCs. We can place Remy's restaurant, we can place Tiana's restaurant. I feel like there are things that can still do and improve, not in terms of new content, but in terms of how DLCs work. For example, I would love to be able to have, let's say, alternative versions of Star Path. Now, this is a brand new idea that I've never discussed on the channel, or I don't think I've seen anybody propose this, so I'm going to use this opportunity. I thought about it a little, and I think this is going to be great to bring back some life into old DLCs without needing to do a lot of work for Gameloft. So, you know how we get tasks to hang out with certain characters, or to clear night thorns, do certain stuff in our valleys, gather gems, gather fruits, vegetables, stuff like this. What if, when you start the game, when you start the new star path, you can choose the DLC for each specific task? For example, if you have a task to catch 10 fish from Sunlit Plateau, what if you own a Storybook Vale DLC? You could literally have an alternative task, and you could choose which DLC you want to do this task in. Maybe you can choose to do all tasks in a specific DLC, which means the catch 10 fish in Sunlit Plateau would turn catch 10 fish in the bind, for example. Now, a lot of tasks are already completable within DLCs, like, for example, Nightthorn's tasks. I'm pretty sure it counts all the Inkies and all of the obstacles from other DLCs, but some tasks you can only do in the main valley. For example, if it requires specific crop or like specific fruit or vegetable that grows only in the main valley, you have to do it in the main valley. So there is certain tasks that are main valley locked that could have alternative versions for other DLCs. Or even easier, let's say I teleport to Storybook Vale, then the star path automatically updates. It stores basically a variation of certain tasks that can only be done in the main valley. It stores variations, alternative variations that are equal. For example, instead of getting 20 apples, get 20 spiral strawberries. So if I am currently in Eternity Isle and I have this task active, it should turn from get 20 apples to get 20 whatever fruits grows, like a prickly pear. I forgot the names of the fruits in the Eternity Isle. So if I'm inside DLC, certain tasks should update to allow me to complete them in that DLC. I feel like that would be so cool. That would give people more reasons to go back into DLCs, because right now a lot of tasks can be only completed in the main valley, and it's just easier to complete star paths and do quests and do duties inside the main valley. But yeah, I think this would be a great addition if we had alternative star path tasks that could be completable in a DLC of somebody's choice. If you really like Storybook Vale and you want to do the entire star paths there, I think there's no harm in allowing people to do that. So yeah, I agree. We definitely need more reason to return to the DLCs. Alright, let's talk about the museum. This is going to be an interesting discussion. Is anybody else not even remotely bothered by the museum? I don't get it. Having this from day one would have made sense as you progressed and unlocked biomes, but I literally have at least one stack of everything in my chests. I don't get it unless I'm missing something. I'm gonna agree with this. When I learned what that museum was going to be, it seems cool. It seems like you're gonna get a couple new items to place around your valley, but the whole concept of it just doesn't make sense for players who've been playing for a while, and even new players. Sure, it's extremely easy to get one of each flower, to get one of each gem, one of each fish. It's something that most people would already done, even if they're not trying to do it actively. The only challenging tasks in there is to get every companion. Some of them are very difficult to get by design, which is actually not a great thing, because a lot of them are... Well, it's gotten better, but it used to be nearly impossible to get certain companions unless you play in a very narrow window that not everybody can play in. But the point is, yeah, I feel like they're advertising as this grand, massive feature. I think they said massive feature in patch notes. I just don't see it as a massive feature. It's fun. It's gonna be nice completing your room, placing one of each resource you got from that biome, unlocking those items. But if you're being realistic, after you do that, will you ever come back to the museum? My guess is probably not. It's just not... It doesn't have continuous value or like a point to have in your valley all the time, because once you complete it, it becomes, at least the way we see it right now, maybe there's more features that we're not told, but the way we see it right now, it seems almost useless after you do that. And yes, the fact that you need to add a building that is not gonna match anything else in your valley. This is my main issue with this building, and at the same time with the Daisy's Boutique. You are required to have those buildings in your main valley, but you don't get any skins for those buildings to match Scrooge Store and Remy's Restaurant and now Teleporter. Like, we can match all of those things, but we cannot match those two. And they are designed to match the original skins of those buildings. So if you want to change your plaza's look, you're gonna basically either have to move those buildings away somewhere and hide them, which, like, it's just dumb to give us buildings that most people are just gonna want to hide, or they're just gonna have to stick to the default skins, which is bad for GameLoft because that means they're not gonna be selling the new skins. So I don't know, it's kind of... I feel like they should go back, and for every single Scrooge Store and Remy's Restaurant skin, they should give us for free. For people who bought the original Scrooge and Remy skins, they should give us skins for Daisy's Boutique and the museum and Teleporter. I feel like all of them should have the full bundle. Then it would make sense. Then having an extra building that can at least fit with the rest of the buildings in your plaza might make a little bit more sense. But I still kind of wish this wasn't a building that you had to place. I would be fine if this was maybe some kind of a secret entrance in the castle, or maybe a secret door like we have a rabbit's hole in the plaza, something like that. But having an entire building for this, especially, I don't know, I don't think the building looks that cool. I think it looks kind of boring. And once again, not gonna match anything if you're using skins on your Scrooge Store, because it's kind of... The sign in front kind of looks like Scrooge's sign, but if you don't have the same style, it's just gonna look stupid. Anyway, I agree. I'm not really excited about the museum, at least at this stage, but I'm sure it's gonna be fun to complete, and I'm kind of curious if they're gonna update it in the future to have a little bit more reason to have it around the valley, to serve a little bit more purpose than just showcasing the collection of items. We have another post about the museum, and the point is, yeah, I agree. It's just not enough. I feel like there has to be more in the museum. I like the ideas to have a place to maybe display our favorite dream snaps. Same, maybe we can display our memories, all the memories that we've completed, as like giant art gallery, like a big room that's literally gonna have... We can see the progress of every single memory that we have in the game on the big art gallery walls. That would be super cool. Right now, we only get 2 rooms, which, once again, I don't understand. I completely agree with this post. I don't get the point of getting only 2 rooms. Even if somebody started playing yesterday, 2 rooms is just not going to be enough. You can literally unlock both Meadow and Beach on day 1 of playing this game. So it doesn't make any sense to limit it. It's the same thing as they do with floating islands. I never understood why it takes so long to add the additional floating islands from DLCs. I feel like the DLC should come together with the floating islands. It doesn't need to be a separate feature that they're gonna maybe say is, oh, look how exciting, we're getting new floating islands like months later. It's part of the DLC. It should come with DLC. Same with this, should have come with all the rooms and more. Maybe I'm gonna give them a benefit of a doubt. Maybe they're testing it out. Maybe they're gonna give us like a very basic version of this museum, just to gather feedback from people what they want to see added to the museum, just so they can expand it later. But I feel like there are so many features that they know. They don't even have to guess or gather feedback. They know what people want. Check out the Dear Gameloft series, where we feature the most requested features in Disney Dreamlight Valley. There is hundreds. They have so many to pick from. They don't need to stretch these. For example, this building, it doesn't have to be multi-update feature. It doesn't have to be updating, adding new rooms every single update. You have stuff you can be adding in every single update. Yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed with the museum, not gonna lie. Alright, we're gonna end this final Reddit review of the update, before the update, with a vent. I like vents. I don't know, if something is wrong with me. For everyone's sanity, please Gameloft, do a complete overhaul of this system. Let us drag and drop them into place if we want to turn on off their special animations. Yes. yes, please. That would be a dream come true. And I know eventually they're gonna do it, probably. And I get they probably want to release a feature in their like the most basic state just so they can gather some feedback so then they can implement that feedback and make it a great feature. But why does it take years usually between they release it and then they fully fix it and implement all the feedback they're receiving? I feel like it shouldn't take years. We could just save so much frustration if like you release this feature in this update, you gather feedback, and then you make it better next update and not a year later. That would be great, Gameloft. Thank you. This is my episode number 6 of Please Gameloft. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you tomorrow with lots of update content. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments what is the feature that you think needs complete overhaul in Disney Dreamlight Valley. And huge thanks to all of our amazing supporters. Thank you guys for keep coming back, watching the channel, watching the spirals. This Thursday spiral is going to be epic. We're going to get new themes. I have no idea what it's going to be. There is so much exciting stuff to look forward in this update, so it's going to be great. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.
Oh, nice day we're having, isn't it?
Oh, it's wonderful. Woohoo!
Amazing. Gotta tell you, it is really beautiful here. Hey, nice to see you.
Oh,